Welcome to Plan for Results. In this session we're going to be considering goal setting, which is where our plans will start. Hello, I'm Glenda Shawley and I've been helping people to start and grow small businesses for the last 22 years, and I'm hoping that this programme is going to help you to make even more of your own business, or if you're just starting out, to get you going on the route to success. Zig Ziglar may be considered as the guru's guru. He certainly had much to say on achievement and making a go of business. And I think that this quote is one that is particularly apposite to goal setting. I don't care how much power, brilliance or energy you have, if you don't harness it and focus it on a specific target and hold it there, you're never going to accomplish as much as your ability warrants. And what I want for you is that you accomplish as much or more than you should do. So why have goals? Well, the 3% of adults who have clear written goals which they regularly work on earn between 5 and 10 times as much as those with similar abilities but no clear goals. I think that says it all. But just in case you don't, the 14% of people with goals are 10 times as successful as those who don't have them. And the 13% who write those goals down are 3 times as successful as the 14% who have goals but don't write them down. So I'm going to be inviting you to write your goals down when we get to the end of this presentation, and I've got a tool to help you with that. So, having a goal will help you to success, or even greater success than you've already had. It will help you to decide where you're heading. Will enable you to set the direction of travel, so what action are you going to be taking in order to reach your destination? It will help you focus the mind and the action that you need to take. One of the things that small business owners are regularly telling me is that they struggle with focus. They have so many different things to do, meeting the needs of their clients and customers, administering their businesses, attending to suppliers, all of those things that we as small business owners find ourselves juggling all the time can detract from the focus. But being really clear about our goal can help us to get back on track and to devote at least some of our week towards the real achievements that we need to make. Having a clear goal also helps us with the decision making, and we'll look at that in the Plan for Results programme in due course. A clear goal supports better time management, or should do, if we remain focused on them and taking the action that's required in order to get there. A goal gives us a sense of purpose. We stop meandering about, wondering what we should be doing, because we're really clear about what it is we want to achieve. So now you know why you should have a goal. What should that goal be? What should it look like? Well, I believe that a good goal should be exciting. It should be something that lights the touch paper, something that makes you feel like you want to do it, something that you want to aspire to. Maybe it's something that's going to stretch your comfort zone, that's no bad thing at all, but it's something that you will come back to, something that you're prepared to work hard at, and therefore it's going to be motivating. Now, I know that obstacles get in the way, and sometimes we can lose our motivation, and the Plan for Results programme is going to help you overcome some of those issues and provide you the support when the going gets tough. But if it's not an exciting and motivating goal in the first place, it's really not the right goal for you. So the first things to be looking for are a goal that is both exciting and motivating, and that's specific so that you know exactly what it is you're trying to achieve and when you get there. And that will make it measurable as well, so that you can match up your progress towards your goal and you know when you've actually achieved it. So some numbers are often a good idea, or a specific outcome that you can say, yes, I've done that and I'm there, I'm really pleased with it. It should be achievable, and that doesn't mean easy. It can mean that it's going to be hard work, that you're going to need some help to achieve it. It may well, as I said earlier, push at your comfort zones, but it shouldn't be so huge that you can't see how on earth you're going to be able to do it over the time span that you have available, or that is reasonable to you. So go for something which is stretching but achievable, and that is relevant to where you want to take your business and your life. So something that matters to you. The beauty about being a small business owner is that we can choose our own objectives, our own goals. We're not dancing to the tune of a manager or another business. We should be choosing goals that are where we want to be taking ourselves and our businesses in the longer term. And then we need to put a time limit on when we want to achieve that goal. And it may be that you want to achieve something in the next month, 3 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years, by the time you retire, or whatever. But we should have some idea by which we want to achieve, of the time by which we want to achieve our particular goals. And then a good goal is written in the present tense. So we speak as though we've already achieved it. And that allows us to put us in the space where we can imagine ourselves having reached our goal. And that in itself is really motivating, and it starts to build a vision of ourselves, and we start to act as though we have achieved our goal, which can have a huge difference in helping us to be motivated, to take the action that's necessary, because we start to believe that this goal is achievable. So writing the goal in the present tense is really important. So perhaps using phrases like I am, I have, rather than I want to or I will. Okay, so thinking about your own goals and what you want to achieve. So what do you want to achieve in the next 12 months? You're going to be offered a workbook to complete very shortly, and that's going to be one of the questions that I want you to think about. We'll be looking at different aspects of your life, but really being clear about what you want to achieve is important. And thinking about what success will look like, so that you have that vision, you're building that image in your mind of what you want to have achieved in 12 months' time, and how you will know that you've done it. So it's a little bit more than just the SMART goal. It's about being really clear about when you've got there. And then thinking about why the goal is important to you, and that's something that I'm going to come back to. I believe that understanding your why is probably the most fundamental aspect of goal setting. We can all develop goals that we think we should be doing, goals that will move our businesses forward. But actually, if we don't understand why we're going to do that, then very often the goals become unimportant or a burden, and something that that drag us down rather than lift us up. I'm going to give you a link to a really brilliant video from a TED Talk by Simon Sinek, that if you haven't watched it, you should, because he really does explain why understanding your why is so important. And then think about who you're going to be celebrating with. Is it going to be colleagues? Is it going to be people in your network? Are you going to be celebrating with your friends and your family? Imagining yourself and your celebrations will all help as you go towards building your vision of achieving your goals. I think you should dream big. I think many of us are limited by having too small dreams, not enough vision of the future. And certainly I've seen it with a friend of mine who challenges herself frequently to dream big, and so often achieves things that the rest of us are envious of or admiring of. She's often outside her comfort zone. She's even sick with them sometimes, but she really does achieve. So as Les Brown said, if you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. So dream big with your goals. Not so much that they frighten you to incapacity or inaction, but something that you'd really like to do. Don't start with the limiting. So let's think about how we're going to build motivation and commitment to our goals. As I said earlier, the goals need to be personal, something that you want to achieve for your own sake and not because somebody else is requiring it of you. So something that will motivate you and will help you to go in the direction you personally want to go into. And understanding why you want to achieve that goal, as I said earlier, will really help you to be motivated, to push at your comfort zones, to overcome the obstacles, to keep going when the going gets tough. So really understanding why you want to achieve this, and it needs to be, again, as I said, your personal motivation, not somebody else's why. Then when you've got your goals, they need to be displayed. Writing your goals down on the 1st of January and then never looking at them again till the 31st of December is unlikely to lead to achievement. It's all too easy to start the year with lots of great ideas about what we're going to do, but if we don't frequently remind ourselves, we tend to get distracted by the minutiae of everyday living and all the other things that get in the way, dancing to somebody else's demands rather than our own. So there are some tools within this package that will allow you to display your goals somewhere where you're going to see them. I've got mine in my office. You might put them on the fridge door. You might put them on your computer screen when you switch it on. Wherever you're going to see it on a regular basis, so you can revisit them, you can measure your progress as you go, and just remind yourself of what it is you're trying to achieve. So keep on looking at them. There are those who say you should look at your goals on a daily basis. Look at them first thing in the morning and last thing at night. Write them down on a regular basis. I think it was Brian Tracy who suggested having a sort of reporter's notebook and writing your goals down every day and then noticing how they change over time, possibly because you've achieved something or you've stretched yourself in a different direction or there are different influences coming. But keeping on looking at them will help you stay focused. So writing them down regularly, as I just said. Then share them. Making your goals public really helps. A friend of mine has a long-held dream of opening an office in Monaco. She'd never been to Monaco, but Monaco is where she thinks she's meant to be. It's a glamorous place and she's a glamorous lady. And she has shared that goal with all of her friends and a lot of her network recently. As I'm recording this, she is in Monaco doing some work in an area that she would not have expected to be. But because she's made those goals public, the opportunities have presented themselves. So if you share your goals, you never know who is going to come to you and say, would you like to do? And something that's going to help you achieve what you want to achieve. And to help with that end and to help you to really picture yourself achieving your goals, why not create a vision board? Pictures of you having achieved what it is that you want to do, so the results that you want to get. Maybe, and again, there's a tool within this package that will allow you to stick pictures on and to create the images. It might be words. Pictures are very motivating for many people, but we're not all visual people. But if you are, having that vision board is really helpful. And you might want to do it on the sheets that I'm giving you, or you may want to do something like create a Pinterest board of all the things you want to achieve. So maybe you want to fund a holiday to some exotic location, or you want to buy that new house, or you want to be able to eat out more regularly, or play more sport, or do something else. Pictures of all those things that you want to achieve will help to motivate you to get there. And just before we finish, I thought that this was an apposite little poem. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win, but think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out of the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster person, but sooner or later the person who wins is the one who thinks they can. And I think we all need to develop our goals with things that we want to achieve, and then we need to believe we can achieve them. And the whole idea with the Plan for Results programme is to help you, when the going gets tough, that helps you to believe, that helps you to overcome the obstacles. So now it's time for you to do the work. So download the workbook and answer the questions within it, and then think about joining the Plan for Results programme. And in our next video we'll be looking at some of the other obstacles that can get in the way for small business owners, and I'm thinking particularly of time management, because everybody says that they are really short of time and they've got too many things to do with their time. But is it as true as all that? So we need to get the goals done first and then come back for the next video.